Fine. So we are moving on to the next concept, that is modulus of elasticity of the concrete. Modulus of elasticity of concrete. See, so what is modulus of elasticity of the concrete? So what is the concept of this modulus of elasticity? You might have studied about this in strength of materials, right? So you might have studied about that Hooke's law also. According to Hooke's law, the stress is proportional to strain within elastic limit. Stress is proportional to strain, and stress by strain is a constant value. That constant value is called Young's modulus or modulus of elasticity. The same thing we cannot apply in concrete. I'll tell you why. The same thing we cannot apply in concrete. We cannot find the Young's modulus of elasticity of the concrete just like that. We have drawn the stress strain curve of the concrete like this, right? So find a point here, find the stress, find the strain, take the ratio of stress by strain. We cannot find the Young's modulus of the concrete like that. Why? Because it is a non-linear curve. So initially there is a small portion is there, but it is generally a non-linear curve. Non-elastic behavior is there in the concrete. So due to that reason, we cannot find the Young's modulus of the concrete by this relation, that is stress by strain is equal to Young's modulus of elasticity. In that case, what we can do? But I told you in the initial portion we have that is Young's modulus of elasticity is equal to stress divided by strain. But in case of concrete, strain will be varying. In the concrete, strain will be varying with time. When we talk about the strain, we have to think about short-term strain and there will be long-term strain. I'll explain what are these. There will be short-term strain, there will be long-term strain. This short-term strain is actually due to the instantaneous loading, or immediately after the application of the load. Immediately after the instant of that loading, there will be some strain that is called our short-term strain, and this long-term strain in the concrete will be occurring due to, just now we discussed, this long-term strain in concrete will be occurring due to, anyone please tell me, can you tell me this? This long-term strain will be occurring in concrete will be due to, the long-term strain in concrete will be occurring due to, just now we have discussed, exactly, creep will be there and shrinkage. Due to creep, and these are due to creep and shrinkage. Due to creep and shrinkage, there will be long-term strain. So Young's modulus is actually stress by strain, and there will be two types of strain. We can consider the strain in two ways, that is short-term strain and long-term strain. The short-term strain is actually immediately due to the load, immediately after the application of the load. This long-term strain is actually due to the effect of creep and shrinkage. See, just like I discussed, we can consider the Young's modulus of concrete by considering this short-term strain, which is due to the instantaneous load, and we can consider we can find the Young's modulus of concrete by considering this long-term strain, which is actually due to our creep and shrinkage. The modulus of elasticity I am going to get by considering this short-term strain is called short-term modulus, or I am going to denote it with EC. I am going to denote it with EC. The short-term modulus I am going to denote it with EC, and the modulus of elasticity or the Young's modulus of the concrete, which I am going to get by considering this long-term strain, is called as long-term modulus of elasticity or long-term modulus. A long-term modulus or ECE, I am going to call it as ECE. Long-term modulus, or I can call it as, you can write it, I am not going to write it here, long-term modulus and short-term modulus. This short-term modulus is also called static modulus, and long-term modulus is also called effective modulus. Okay, you can write it. Short-term modulus is also called static modulus, and this long-term modulus is also called effective modulus. Effective modulus, that is long-term modulus is called effective modulus, which considers the effect of creep and shrinkage, and this short-term modulus is called what is called short-term modulus is also called, so the long-term modulus is also called our effective modulus. Okay, and it is called our static modulus. It is also called dynamic modulus also, but not required. That much is not required for GATE exam. Long-term modulus is also called effective modulus. Short-term modulus is called static modulus. It is denoted with EC. Long-term modulus is denoted with ECE. Okay, Please note it down. Right? Yeah. So I'm going to discuss one by one. I'm going to discuss one by one. I'm going to start with the short-term modulus. Okay. Short-term modulus. That is easy. I can find this, or I can find the short-term modulus in concrete in three ways. First one is called initial tangent modulus. Initial tangent modulus. Second one is called tangent modulus. Third one is called secant modulus. Initial tangent modulus, or I can call it as, I can denote it with ITM or EIT. Both will work. And this is, I'm going to denote it with ET, and I'm going to denote it with ES. Secant modulus, tangent modulus, and initial tangent modulus. How we are doing this? See, in order to find the initial tangent modulus, or in order to find the tangent modulus, in order to find the secant modulus, I am going to consider the stress strain curve of the concrete like this. I am going to consider the stress strain curve of the concrete. This is stress and this is strain. And this is the stress strain curve of the concrete. I told you, initially there will be a straight line portion. Initially, there will be a straight line portion. If I extend that straight line like this, and if I take the slope here, if I take the slope of that line, the Young's modulus, what is the slope here? Slope means this divided by this. Stress divided by strain. I will be getting one Young's modulus value. Correct or not? Slope means theta is equal to this portion divided by this portion. This by this. Right? Opposite by hypotenuse. Sorry, opposite by this adjacent side. Stress divided by strain. I will be getting a Young's modulus value. If I draw a line by extending this straight line portion of this curve, I will be getting one Young's modulus value, which is going to be, the Young's modulus value I will be getting here is called, it will be our initial tangent modulus. The Young's modulus value I will be getting there is initial tangent modulus. Remember this. There will be an initial portion there, and if I extend that initial portion, and if I take the slope of that line, the Young's modulus value I am getting there is called initial tangent modulus. After this, talking about the tangent modulus, it is actually corresponding to a stress value. Suppose I am considering a stress value here. If I consider this stress value, I have considered this stress value, and if I draw a tangent corresponding to that stress value, and if I find the slope of that stress value, the slope which I am going to get there is called our tangent modulus. The slope of that line which I am going to get, the slope of that tangent by considering a stress value is called our tangent modulus. Right? And one more thing is there, one more concept is there. I have considered one stress value here, no? I have considered one stress value here, and if I connect this stress value and the origin, listen here, everyone listen here. If I connect I have considered one stress value here and this point on the curve, and if I connect those 2 points, like this, I'll be getting a line like this. The slope of that line is known as secant modulus. The slope of that line is called secant modulus, or I am going to denote it with ES. This is called secant modulus. Initial, from the origin it is called initial tangent modulus. From a stress value, if I draw the tangent and slope of the tangent is called tangent modulus. And if I connect those 2 points and if I draw a line, the slope of that line is called secant modulus. So, if you compare these three, you can observe one thing, that initial tangent modulus will always be more than our secant modulus and our tangent modulus. Understand this. The initial tangent modulus will always be more than secant modulus and tangent modulus. For all practical purposes, we will be considering secant modulus of elasticity. Secant modulus. We will be considering secant modulus for all practical purposes. You have to note it down. For all practical purposes, I will be using our secant modulus of elasticity. Right? You can ask me, sir, how to consider that point. I have told you, na, for finding the secant modulus, I have to consider one stress value and I have to consider that point and draw the line connecting that point and this origin. Only then I will be getting that secant modulus, right now. So this was the case. It was the concrete. Suppose I have considered one, this is the stress strain curve of the concrete. This is stress and this is strain. And this is the maximum stress value. It will occur at a strain value of 0.002 and the maximum strength is corresponding to that strain value is FCK. And when we have to draw secant modulus with respect to which point? Our IS code says that in order to find the secant modulus of concrete, after drawing this stress strain curve of the concrete, consider a stress value, consider a point corresponding to 0.33 times that FCK. This is FCK. Consider a stress value equal to 0.33 FCK and connect the line connecting this point and origin. Draw the line, find the slope of that point. I'll be getting the Young's modulus, which will be giving the secant modulus value. Our IS code, yes, Rudhraj is asking the correct question. It's an excellent question actually. Secant modulus will differ from point to point, right? For this point, secant modulus will be different. Secant modulus will be different for this point. For this point, it will be different. This point will be different. It will be different for different points. So that's the reason why your IIS code is suggesting that consider a stress value 0.33 FCK. Consider that point in the curve, corresponding point, and connect the origin and that stress value. Draw a line. The slope of that line will be giving you the secant modulus value, and you can use that value for the practical purposes. Right now, yes, please note it down. In secant, we need to join point from the origin. Yes, you are right. If you want to draw the secant modulus for corresponding to this point, from this point, connect it to origin, draw the line, find the slope. I will be giving you the secant modulus. Fine. Right. See, now tell me, to find the Young's modulus of the concrete, what I have to do? I have to first do that cylinder test, draw the Young's modulus, so draw the stress strain curve of the concrete. Consider that the initial tangent modulus, secant modulus, tangent modulus. You have to do all those things to find the Young's modulus of the concrete. No? So in order to avoid this, our IS code is suggesting, or IS code is giving one equation, one empirical equation for finding the Young's modulus of the concrete or short-term elastic modulus of the concrete. That is EC, short-term elastic modulus of the concrete, will be equal to 5000 root FCK. If we use this equation, no need to go for the experiment, no need to do anything. If you want to find the Young's modulus of the concrete, short-term elastic modulus of the concrete, if you need to obtain the short-term modulus of elasticity of concrete, use the equation as per IS 456-2000. He is giving us this equation, that is empirical equation for finding the Young's modulus, that is short-term elastic modulus of the concrete, or the static elastic modulus of the concrete, which is equal to 5000 root FCK. If you use FCK means what? Characteristic compressive strength of the concrete. For M20 concrete, what is FCK value? For M20 concrete, what is FCK value? For M20 concrete, what is FCK value? Yes, it is 20 Newton per mm square. Correct, na? If you use this 20 Newton per mm square here, you will be getting the Young's modulus value in Newton per mm square. That is an empirical equation. Na? You have to use FCK in Newton per mm square. You will be getting the Young's modulus of elasticity in Newton per mm square. Right? Please note that equation down. It's a very important equation. You can see many number of questions. So many questions are there in GATE exam from this single equation. It's very, very important. Right now? It's very, very important. This equation EC is equal to 5000 root FCK. In the previous code, that is in IS 456 1978, IS 456 1978, the equation was 5700 root FCK. But in the current code, that is our code based on LSM, limit state method, the Young's modulus of elasticity is around 5000 root FCK. So then the Young's modulus of concrete is equal to short-term modulus. See, we have to find the short-term modulus and long-term modulus. We have to find both. Right now? I'll tell you. We will solve some questions. Right? Note it down. And one more thing is that I told you, for all the practical purpose, I will consider secant modulus. Correct? Na? The equation which our IS code has given us, EC, short-term modulus is equal to 5000 root FCK. Short-term modulus is of three types now. Three types. That is initial tangent modulus, secant modulus. This equation is based on our initial tangent modulus, not the tangent modulus, not the secant modulus. The equation here for AC is equal to 5000 root of Ck is based on initial tangent modulus. Initial tangent modulus. Remember this also. You can see this is also a very important question in many of the competitive exams. For practical purposes, it will be secant modulus, which will be obtained by considering a stress value of 0.033 FCK, and the equation is equal to 5000 root of Ck, which will give you the short-term elastic modulus. It is based on initial tangent modulus. You have to note it down. This equation is equal to 5000 root of Ck is based on initial tangent modulus. Srikanth, is it clear? Srikanth? Right? Please note it down, these things. You can, yes, superb. We can expect many number of questions from this single topic. Young's modulus of the concrete. Right. I think I can remove this, right? Now one more thing is remaining, that is long-term elastic modulus, right? We are going to discuss about that. So long-term modulus of elasticity, second one is long-term modulus. Second one is long-term modulus of elasticity, or it is also called, just now I discussed, it is denoted with ECE, or it is also called effective modulus or dynamic modulus, right? Effective modulus or dynamic modulus. As per our IS 456-2000, effective modulus is equal to secant modulus divided by 1 plus theta. Again, one of the most important equation. ECE is equal to EC divided by 1 plus theta. Very, very important. You can see many number of questions from this equation also. ECE is equal to EC divided by 1 plus theta. What is this EC? What is EC in this equation? What is EC? Yes, short-term modulus of elasticity. Or I can write the equation like this. ECE is equal to EC divided by 1 plus theta. EC, just now I have written like this, 5000 root FCK divided by 1 plus theta. Remember this equation. It's very, very important for GATE exam, IAS exam, other one for other competitive exams. The effective modulus or dynamic modulus or our long-term modulus of elasticity is equal to short-term modulus divided by 1 plus theta or 5000 root of Ck divided by 1 plus theta. What is theta? Theta here is called creep coefficient. Theta here is called creep coefficient, which depends upon age of concrete. Our IS 456-2000 has given us given us a table for finding this theta value for different age of loading. Just like this, if age of loading in days, okay, age of loading in days and theta value. If age of loading is 7 days, when the concrete is 7 days old, creep value you have to consider is around 2.2. That is theta value you have to consider is 2.2. And for 28 days, you have to consider it as 1.6. And for 1 year, you have to consider a creep coefficient value as 1.1. So these are the values given in IS 456-2000 for taking the theta value. This is creep coefficient theta, this which depends upon the age of concrete. For 7 days it is 2.2, and for 28 days it is 1.6, and for 1 year it is 1.1. It depends upon the age of concrete. Some of you can ask me, sir, what is the creep coefficient value for 25 days? How to find the creep coefficient value for 25 days? Anyone? This table is available with us. How to find the creep coefficient value for 25 days? How to find the creep coefficient value for 25 days? Interpolation. Yes, Angid, you are right. Go with interpolation. Rudraj, Hubli, Nisha Kumar, yes, you people are right. Interpolation. We have to go for interpolation. But remember one thing. This is not following any linear relationship. There is no linear relationship, na? You have to consider this age of loading in log scale. You have to give a note there. Age of loading must be considered in log scale. You have to consider the age of loading in log. Log 7 day, log 28 day, log 1 year for finding the theta value during interpolation. Okay. For interpolating, you have to consider the log of these values. Okay. No, it is not following any linear relationship. It is 2.2, 1.6, 1.1. So there is no linear relationship between them. You cannot, just like you cannot just do interpolation. You have to go for, what? Log scale. You have to consider the time in log scale. Okay. Srikanth, please repeat. Rudraj, will it be useful for less than 7 days and more than 1 year? See, we can consider that also, but the concrete, no, it will not get that much strength within 7 days. So we are not going to consider that. Concrete will attain its strength in 7 days or 28 days. No? In 1 year, it will attain its almost full strength. So after that, we are going to consider, and before that also, we are not going to consider. These things are given in IS for this 2000, right? Suppose, yes, I think yes, right. Suppose I have to find the creep coefficient value for 15 days. If I have to find the creep coefficient value for 15 days, what I am going to do is, I am going to consider the days in log scale for interpolation, log 7, log 28, log 15 days, and I am going to find the creep coefficient value. That's what I meant to say during interpolation. Long-term elasticity or coefficient of elasticity, to find the long-term modulus of elasticity, IS code is giving us an equation that is EC divided by 1 plus theta. You can use this equation directly to find the long-term modulus of elasticity. Then they will ask you the question like this: find the long-term modulus of elasticity of the concrete. They will give you the age of concrete also, right? Use the equation directly to find the long-term modulus of elasticity. EC, we know what is that EC? EC is the short-term modulus or static modulus, is equal to 5000 root of CK as per IS 456-2000, and theta value is called creep coefficient, and theta value is obtained given in the code like this. For 7 days it is 2.2, for 28 days it is 1.6, for 1 year it is 1.1, right now. And if it is not given, you can find, see, if it is not given in the table, suppose the values are not given, and instead of that some strain values are given, this creep coefficient can be obtained in this way also. While we are discussing about creep, I discussed about ultimate creep strain and elastic strain, right? So creep coefficient will be equal to ultimate creep strain divided by elastic strain at that age. By this also we can find the creep coefficient. This equation is also given in our IS 456-2000. Using this equation also I can find the creep coefficient values. Sometimes in the question he will be giving you the ultimate creep strain, he will be giving you the elastic strain. If you take the ratio, we will be getting the creep coefficient. Okay, you have to remember this also. I am covering all the relevant things, I am covering all the basic things. You have to note all these things down. If you revise this, will be more than sufficient for you to get the answer in GATE exam or in any other competitive exams. I am not only covering the concepts of GATE exams here, I am covering the IES concept, I am covering the other PSC exam concepts also, right? I am covering all the relevant things. You have to utilize it, you have to note these things down, you have to think about them. See, for modulus of elasticity, I am explaining many things, right? This much actually not required. Like, I'll tell you like this. You will get almost all these concepts when you start solving many questions or when you start practicing many questions. Only then you will get more number of concepts. I am trying to deliver all the relevant concepts here so that you will be getting the answers there. Okay. Exactly, especially in the examination hall. So you have to remember all the things. All the things I am discussing here are actually relevant, are required. Remember this. Fine. I think you have noted it down, right? So you can, I think we can start solving some questions. Sir, what is flexural strength? Sushanda, we will discuss about that also, Sushanda. Just have some patience, brother. We will be discussing about that also, flexural strength. We will discuss about that. Flexural strength means, if you want to answer now, I will give you now. Flexural strength means strength of the concrete in flexure. Flexure means bending. Beam is there, bending is there. That is the strength of the concrete in bending is called flexural strength. Right? We will discuss about that. So, you can solve this question and you can give me the answer within seconds. Read the question, understand what he is asking you to find. Whether he is asking for short-term modulus, whether he is asking for long-term modulus. You have to understand that first. Okay, go for it. So I'll read the question for you. It is a great question. The modulus of elasticity of the concrete mix, that is M25, as per IS 456-2000 is option A 25,000 Newton per mm square, option B 28,500 Newton per mm square, option C 15,000 Newton per mm square, option D 5,700 Newton per mm square. See, nothing is mentioned about the that short-term modulus, short-term modulus of elasticity or long-term modulus of elasticity, and age of concrete is also not mentioned. So as age of concrete is not mentioned, we can go with the short-term modulus of elasticity, that is our static modulus EC, which is given by the equation 5,000 root FCK, where FCK is the characteristic compressive strength of the concrete. Here the grade of concrete given is M25, where M is the mix, 25 is the characteristic compressive strength of the concrete. If I use that 25 value here, I will be getting the answer directly, root 25. You will be getting the answer as, root 25 is 5 into 5,000 is 25,000 Newton per mm square will be the short-term elastic modulus of the concrete, or elastic modulus of the concrete, elastic modulus of the M25 grade concrete. It's easy, right? If you know this equation, you will get the answer within seconds. Right now? Yes, I can see your answers. All of you are giving the correct answers. I am very, very happy. Right? Stanbir, Fatma, Sushanda. Yes, very good. Chandresh, Krishnanda. Okay, everyone is getting correct answers. Suppose some of you are not getting the answers, don't get demotivated. I am repeating, don't get demotivated. Don't get demotivated. Others will get the correct answers. If you are getting the wrong answers, it is not your issue. Understand these concepts and learn it. That's the only one thing you can do it. If you are getting demotivated after seeing others are giving correct answers and you are not getting the answer, it will not work. Okay. Even during my preparation days, I used to look at my friends. They are getting answers immediately after getting the question. They used to give the answers like this. Okay, sir, answer is this, answer is this. So don't get demotivated. Okay, you have to study. That's what you have to do. If you are not getting the answers, I'm repeating, don't get demotivated. You have to go through the concepts. If you are making the mistake, understand where you are making the mistake, and try to learn from it. Understand that. Try to learn from it. Otherwise, if you are not getting the conceptual clarity, you can just mail me. I will reply that. Okay. Remember, I will be there to clear your doubts. I will be there to help you. Right? Yes. So you can go with the next question. Right. Go with this question. Go to that question. It's also a great question asked in 2014. Go with that question, everyone, I want everyone to try. Those who are not getting the answer also, you should try, right? So I'll read the question. The modulus of elasticity E equal to 5,000 root FCK, where FCK is the characteristic compressive strength of concrete specified in IS 456-2000, is based on, we discussed it, right? Option A, tangent modulus, option B, initial tangent modulus, option C, secant modulus, option D, chord modulus. What is the answer? The equation, that is EC is equal to 5,000 root FCK, is based on initial tangent modulus. Answer will be B. Correct now? Our answer will be B. The Young's modulus of elasticity mentioned in the equation, that is EC is equal to 5,000 root FCK, is based on initial tangent modulus. See, I am expecting, yes, X, very good, superb. I was expecting some people to ask, what is this chord modulus? See, chord modulus actually we don't consider much. You have to think about this, okay? You have to think like this. Yeah, Rudraj is asking, but you have to think. See, in options, chord modulus is also there. I didn't discuss that because that is not required actually. That's not relevant also. See, what is this chord modulus? This is the concrete. This is initial tangent modulus. We already know that. This is tangent modulus corresponding to this stress point. If we consider these 2 points from the origin to this point, this is called our secant modulus. Right? What is this chord modulus? If I consider two stress values, and if I connect them, I'll be getting one more line, right? Suppose I have considered the point here and here, right? I'll get one straight line like that. I will get a line like this, right? And the slope of that line is called our chord modulus. I can consider that line also. That slope of that line will also give one modulus, right? Young's modulus or modulus of elasticity. That modulus of elasticity by drawing a line connecting two stress values is called our chord modulus. Okay. Secant modulus is actually not a chord modulus. Right? When the chord is drawn connecting the origin and that point, then you can call it as a chord modulus. Otherwise not. Getting it? Not relevant for me. That's why I'm not discussing it. Not relevant, not required. Okay. Yes, you can start solving this question. I'll read the question for you. For M25 grade concrete with creep coefficient 1.5, the long-term modulus of elasticity expressed in megapascal, as per the provisions of IS 456-2000. Please give me the answers. I know you are going to give me the correct answers only. I am expecting only the correct answers, okay? Superb. Yes, I think almost all of you are giving, everyone is getting correct answer. If at least one of you are there, just listen here. He is asking us to find the long-term modulus of elasticity. Long-term modulus of elasticity. Which means that he is directly asking us to find the effective modulus of elasticity, right? Which is obtained by the equation that static modulus divided by, that is actually our short-term modulus divided by 1 plus theta. For short-term modulus, we have the equation 5000 root of Ck. 5000 root of Ck divided by 1 plus theta. And 5000, what is root of Ck there? I think we are given with our M25 grade concrete. So we already know it will come around 25,000, right? Yes, 25,000 divided by 1 plus 1.5. It will come around 2.5. 25,000 divided by 2.5. You will be getting the answer as 10,000 Newton per mm square will be the long-term elastic modulus. Long-term elastic modulus here will be equal to 10,000 Newton per mm square. How much time did you take to get the answer? Maybe around 10 seconds, right? Immediately after seeing the question, you have given me the answer, which means that you are strong with this concept. It was asked for 2 marks. It was asked for 2 marks. Okay? See, I told you now, this Young's modulus will not be constant for concrete all the time. The strain value in concrete will be different from time to time due to the effect of this creep and shrinkage. We have discussed about creep and shrinkage, no? So due to the effect of that creep and shrinkage, this strain value will be varying from time to time. So that's the reason why we are considering short-term modulus and long-term modulus. That's the reason. Long-term modulus, which will consider the effect of that creep and shrinkage, which is more important. The short-term modulus is important actually. Both are important in one way or other. Okay. So I think yes, I think we can move further, right? Yeah. As per IS 456 design purpose, ITM is taken. Yes. Not ITM is actually that equation is based on ITM. That's why. Okay, you have to take theta. You have to take a log. Time in log scale. I'll give you next question after discussing this concept. You can write down. So I think Sushanta was asking about flexural strength of the concrete. So we are going to discuss about that also. Give the heading flexural strength of the concrete, or it is also known as modulus of rupture. Modulus of rupture. See, as we have discussed, concrete is very strong in compression, but it is very weak in tension. As it is very weak in tension, this tensile strength of the concrete will not be considered in the design. We will assume that tensile strength of the concrete is neglected, or we will neglect the tensile strength of the concrete. But when we talk about the structures, if we consider the beam, just we have discussed in the previous lecture, when we apply the load here on the beam, there will be tension below the neutral axis, right? So, indirectly there will be tension possible in the concrete. So we have to consider, or we have to think about the tensile strength of the concrete also. We have to calculate the tensile strength of the concrete. So for calculating the compressive strength of the concrete, we have discussed that we can use the cube, we can apply the compressive load like this. But for concrete, the direct tensile strength, obtaining this by applying the tensile strength directly on this cube is actually very difficult. So we are not going to do that. In order to find the tensile strength of the concrete, our IS code is suggesting 2 methods. First one is called flexure method or flexure test. Second one is called split tensile strength test. Split tensile strength test. Split tensile strength test. So what is this flexural strength test? In flexural strength test, in order to determine the tensile strength of the concrete, I am going to consider a beam like this. I am going to consider a beam like this. The size of this beam, I can take two sides, that is 10 mm by 10 mm, 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter, and the length of this beam is around 500 mm. Okay, that is 50 centimeter. I will consider our supports here at 50 mm apart. This is 50 mm and this is also 50 mm, and the remaining portion will become 400, right? Yes. Then after that, what we are going to do? We are going to consider two rollers here, and we will apply the loads like this. I will apply the load here, that is W. I will apply the load. This load will be transferred here, that is W by 2 and W by 2. We will increase the load. We will increase the load further. We will increase the load, and you can start seeing some cracks in this beam. The cracks in this beam will be occurring due to our tension, right? You can see the apparatus here. You can see the figure there in the PPT. You can see the actual figure there. You will be applying the load here. This is the procedure given by your IS 456-2000 for finding the flexural strength of the concrete. And we can find, you can use the bending equation for finding the tensile strength. What is the bending equation? M by I is equal to F by Y. We can calculate, we can take the moment which will give you, which will give at which the cracks will appear in the concrete. Or we can say the moment at which cracks appear in the concrete. That I will calculate. I value we know. What is the value? I value actually the moment of inertia. Y is actually the distance to the extreme fiber, and F is actually the tensile strength of the concrete. If I calculate F is equal to, I will be getting My divided by I. For F max, it will become Y max and it will become M by Z. No need to remember these things. Remember this, the flexural strength of the concrete is the maximum tensile strength of the concrete which can be obtained after due to bending. In bending, what is the maximum tensile strength of the concrete? That's the meaning of our flexural strength of the concrete, right? The flexural strength of the concrete is the maximum strength of the concrete in flexure. The maximum strength or the maximum strength of the concrete in the extreme fiber due to bending. That's the meaning of our flexural strength of the concrete, right? It is the tensile flexural strength of the concrete. It is for PCC. It is for PCC, plain cement concrete. We are not inserting any reinforcement there. Right now, so coming to, suppose the tensile strength I am going to get here in flexural test, I am going to consider it as FCR, right? So FCR will be obtained from here, but it is very difficult to do all those things, na? So our IS code is giving an equation or empirical equation for finding FCR. Sorry, that flexural strength, that is FCR, is equal to 0.7 root FCK. 0.7 root FCK. IS code is giving us an empirical equation for finding the tensile strength of the concrete or modulus of rupture. He will ask you the question directly, what is the modulus of rupture of the concrete? That is equal to 0.7 up to FCK. Why I am using this equation? Why? Because, see, this bending equation, it's based on many assumptions. Like, this is based on many assumptions like stress is proportional to strain. But in concrete, this stress is not proportional to strain. So this assumption is valid here, invalid here. In concrete, in real case. So that's the reason why this will give almost a rough value. So we are not going for this flexural test. Instead of that, our IS code is saying that you can go with this equation, go with this value. That is modulus of rupture is equal to 0.7 root FCK. It is a very important equation, most important equation. Just like our EC is equal to 5000 root FCK, you have to use this equation for finding the tensile strength of the concrete. Right? Please note it down. Remember this equation, one of the most important equation. One of the most important equation, right? 0.7 root FCK, right? Yes. So, then coming to split tensile strength test. You can see the figure here. See, as I told you, there is a problem with this equation, right? In this equation, it is considered that stress is proportional to strain. So, it is not going to give you an exact results. For that reason, I am going to perform our split tensile strength, in which I will consider a cylinder like this. I will consider a cylinder like this. I am going to consider a cylinder like this. This is a cylinder, and we will be applying the load here. This is the load I am going to apply. That is P, and we will apply the load till cracks appear here in this cylinder. I'm going to consider load, this is P, and this is the diameter of the cylinder, that is D, and this is the length of the cylinder L, right? It is the load at which the cracks appears like this. That load I am going to consider, and it is going to give you the split tensile strength, that is equal to 2P divided by pi dl. 2P divided by pi dl. It is also one of the important equation. This is called split tensile strength. Tensile strength. Split tensile strength is equal to 2P divided by pi dl. Our IS code is not giving an equation for finding this split tensile strength, but IS code is telling something that FCT, that is split tensile strength, will be around 2/3 of this FCR. That is our modulus of rupture. IS code is not giving an equation for finding this split tensile strength, but he is telling that FCR or FCT, that is split tensile strength, will be equal to around 0.67 times our FCR. 0.67 times. You have to remember this, okay? FCT, that is split tensile strength, is equal to 0.67 times FCR. You can see the figure there. You can see the cylinder, that arrangement is there. Your arrangement there in the PPT. This is called split tensile strength, that is obtained by 2P by pi dl, where D is the diameter of the cylinder, L is the length of the cylinder. If you use this equation, you will be getting the split tensile strength, and it is found to, IS code is not giving an equation for finding the split tensile strength. Instead of that, he is giving a relation that is will be equal to 2/3 of FCR, right now? Or that will be 2/3 means 0.67 FCR. These are the strength in bending, right? If we need to find the direct tensile strength, I told you I cannot find the direct tensile strength directly. Our IS code further says that if I denote it with FD, which will be equal to, I have this FCR, that is split tensile strength, sorry, FCR is the flexural strength or modulus of rupture. This will be coming around 0.5 to 0.625 FCR. Our direct tensile strength of the concrete will come around 0.5 to 0.625 FCR. FCR is the modulus of rupture or flexural strength of the concrete. FCR is the modulus of rupture or flexural strength of the concrete. Getting it? Usually, one second, or else I'll write it there. Usually you will be asked to write that, can you just give a relationship between FCR, that is modulus of rupture, FCT, that is split tensile strength, and FD. Can you give a relationship between FCR, FCT and FD? FCR is equal to this value, FCT is equal to 0.61 FCR, FD is equal to 0.5 to 0.625 FCR. Can you give me a relationship between them? If you see them, you can see that FCR, that is modulus of rupture, will be greater than FCT, that is split tensile strength of the concrete, greater than our direct tensile strength of the concrete. Very, very common question for many competitive exams, including GATE exam, IES exam. FCR is equal to, FCR will be greater than, FCT will be greater than FD, right? FD is the direct tensile strength of the concrete. Sir, please repeat FD. See, FD is actually the direct tensile strength. See, here we are applying the bending, we are calculating the tensile strength of the concrete in bending. Direct means direct tensile strength. Direct, and we are applying the compressive load for compression, and for finding the tensile strength, to apply the tensile load, we cannot do that. So approximately our IS code is saying that the direct tensile strength will be equal to 0.5 to 0.625 FCK. Yes, it was a question. It was a question for many of the exams. The same question is asked in, they have asked the same question for in many exams, many. RRB, JEE, SSC Junior Engineer, IES, GATE, everywhere they are asking these questions. Like, Srikanth Nair, I think class will be over in 5 minutes. We can discuss, okay? Srikanth Nair, you can just contact me. Split tensile means I will consider a cylinder like this, that is diameter, one length. We will apply the load along the diameter in the longitudinal direction, and we will find the P value when the crack appear in the cylinder, and we will take that P value for finding FCT, that is split tensile strength. FCT will be equal to 2P by pi dl. It will be giving the split tensile strength, right? So please write down a question. Calculate the modulus of rupture. Please write down the question. Calculate the modulus of rupture. Calculate the modulus of rupture M25 grade concrete. Calculate the modulus of rupture for M25 grade concrete. Please find the answer. Yes, exactly. Answer is 3.5 Newton per mm square. So modulus of rupture is called FCR, that is tensile strength of the concrete or fracture strength of the concrete. 0.7 root FCK. FCK is 25. 0.7 into root 25 is equal to 3.5 Newton per mm square. It will be the modulus of rupture in concrete. It was a gate question asked for 1 mark. Regularly they are asking question from this equation, that is 5000 root FCK or ECE, EC and FCR, FCT and FD. Right? You have to remember these values.